So yeah, I'll be rare drafting this one. When an opposing troop is created, it gets -1/-1. That's pretty stupid for, that's like anti certain deck text, the diamond, the Candlekin deck. It's just like says no to the Candlekin deck. There's a Blight Seed Cultivator we're giving up, which might send a signal like that's open. There's also an Iron Maw. This is showing someone that Wild is super open, unfortunately, by rare drafting this. Um, yeah, this pack just screams that Wild is really open if after I take this rare card. I still think it's pretty valuable rare card though. I mean, it's a 3/1 with a pretty good board effect there, basically making it shrinking my entire enemy's field is nothing to sneeze at, right? That's pretty good. I haven't actually seen that guy. Yeah, I haven't really spent a lot of time on this set, like memorizing all the cards and stuff. I know I preach that, but yeah, sometimes you just don't have the time to do that sort of thing. Okay, well I guess Blood's open at least. Maybe we'll go Blood Ruby or something. There's a Blood Wild Blightbark Paladin. This is probably the pick here, just because it's really good removal. Gets all the socket powers of this for 5. Yeah, I mean this is probably not as good as this. You do get to at least put them straight into play and they don't go back to your hand. At least there's that. Alright, let's get out of this stupid idle game. Put this away, put this on the charger or whatever. More Mordrum's Gift. Mordrum's Gift. Well, it's a pretty solid blood, I guess. You know, at least 2 rares that are pretty solid. I'm just gonna rare draft this today. Honestly, that's just how I've been feeling lately about a lot of, like when I log into Hex, it's just kind of like, oh, just rare draft it and push on with some other things. Just, I guess I've been losing interest. That happens to everyone. The Walking Boneyard is kind of a big deal for blood decks because it's just a giant troop most of the time. Ghastly Exchange isn't bad. The Vampire's not bad. Let's see what's open. It looks like Diamond's kind of open here. We got the Hermit, which is kind of a key, and a Frost Blast. Those are kind of key parts for the Diamond deck. But if I want to just stick Blood, just keep pushing Blood, I can pick up the Walking Beyond here, which is a pretty solid troop. I think I might paint some models today or something. Another Walking Beyond. We can pick a second one up here. Taint's solid. Runic Decay is also solid for Blood. Blood's pretty open here. I don't know if we could do a mono Blood or not, but do I want to get a second Walking Boneyard? Can I kill enough stuff? I think we go Ruby Blood and just try to kill everything that hits the field and eventually play these Walking Boneyards to win, right? Is that what we do? Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty solid. I mean, the Runic Decay and that tell me that Blood is pretty open. The Poppy Pixie tells me that Wild may still be open. Take a second Walking Boneyard, sure. We're kind of playing an 18 shard deck already. So I feel like this guy is really only good to either trade or in the mill deck because he mills 6 for 4. So I think that's the only time he's good. Frost Rock's pretty solid. We could go with that. Ruby's got this. We could go with the Eldritch Dream Thief. That's kind of a different deck build. I mean, it's basically Sapphire Blood if we do that. We also have Cull the Weak is kind of a big deal here. I don't think we're going to see that many of these guys, though. It's unblockable, which is nice. So we can like tie up the board with the other cards if we need to. Take the Frost Rock. I'll see if that. I want to see if that guy comes. Well, let's take the Cull the Weak. Cull the Weak's pretty good. Frost Rock would have been okay too. This guy. Socket powers this. This guy's okay. Runic Strike's alright. Borean Legend. Darksteed's pretty good. I'm just playing like really big blood cards here at this point. It's just like I'm not sure that Alkalite does very much in the Sapphire Blood version. Glaive Zentoth. I'm just picking up a whole bunch of uncommon blood cards at this point. I don't know. Maybe I can go like a mono blood. Yeah, Dr. Lucky 07. Thanks for joining the channel. Irish is here. Blast from the Past, Irish Batusi. Of course, I guess I'm kind of a blast from the past these days. Nope. Nope. Maybe. Well, Blightseed Cultivator came back. That's weird. So your turn random target troop. So that tells me I might be able to go wild, which might be important. Although there's not really a lot of great ramp in this deck, in this set. Random troop you control gets +1 power. Yeah, I don't know. We'll get the Blightseed and see if we can get the rest of the cards. See if we can get this. We need this, and we need actually this Blight Bestowed. Maybe we'll play that deck. Or we'll try to play that deck. Yep, there's Blight Bestowed right there. That makes it easy, right? I kind of wonder if there's a deck that actually just plays as many of these as it can. Probably not a good one because they're just 3/2s, but seems like it could be a possibility. Yeah, we need that Blight Bestowed. We need that. Oh, another Blightseed. Okay, well I guess we're solidly in this. Ghastly Exchange. Yeah, I still haven't finished a lot of the PvE content. I should probably do some of that. Just haven't, I don't know, chosen to do it, I guess. Maybe the Maggot Swarm. The Boulder Brute could push people out of wild, but I feel like I wouldn't be able to play it with the amount of 5-drops and 6-drops I've got right now. I think the Maggot Swarm's a lot more playable here with the deck that we've got. Sparkle Cap's kind of a big deal though for this deck type. Yeah, we want that. 2 of these is kind of a big deal. Like if we can get a 3rd one, then we're in really good shape. But we are playing kind of a deck that is 17 and possibly even 18 shards then. just because, I mean, let's look at our curve. It's kind of be not optimal. Taint's pretty much the pick here. Yeah, I mean, the curve is really expensive. Well, the call of the week, it really costs 3 most of the time. You know, as long as you have big troops on the board. So it's like, yeah, like a 17 shard deck. Just to keep people out of blood, I'm going to take the Gladiator here. I'm not going to be able to play him though. There's really not, in the Blood Wilds, there's really not a good way to play him effectively. Again, he pretty much just plays in the Sapphire variant with Blood, where you're trying to make your opponent discard all the cards. Ooh, Alkalite's a big deal though. This deck is shaping up. I'm glad that we went this way. Glad that we chose what we did. I've been playing this deck a lot actually in draft, surprisingly. I think a lot of people have been playing the Ruby Diamond Candles. That seems to be very popular. I'm going to take the Cadaver Beetle just to try to get some more wild back, some more wild real estate back. It doesn't go in my deck, but just trying to... I need to make it so people are less interested in wild here. So we're going to take the wild cards that I probably won't play. This guy might be okay if you're playing against heavy aggro or something. Oh, I've seen one person play a Ruby Wild Gladiator deck to pretty good effectiveness. Pocket Army actually works pretty well for our deck. Other cards that are good, of course, Poppy Pixie is good in any deck. Bug Out's kind of a big deal for what we're playing, so we'll see if that'll table for us. Battle of Destiny will probably get drafted over this one. And of course the Blightbark Paladin. This is probably actually the better pick here, but I did say I was rare drafting this, so we're going to do that. But yeah, the best pick here for this deck type is probably Blightbark Paladin, followed by Bug Out. So one of these two hopefully will come back to me in 7 people. Hopefully I'll see one of those 2 cards. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3 cards here, maybe 4. So that, I mean, yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll see one of those cards that are pretty good. So take the Pocket Army. Pocket Army's kind of slow, but it's nice to have those chump blockers at the beginning of the game. Yeah, this pack is a little bit less good for us. Actually, it's pretty much, I don't know if I have a card in here. I might have to counter draft something. I don't think I see a card in here. I could get the Treat Machine. It just basically... This is actually, I think, an underrated card in the format just because it allows you to push through your deck and draw a card, so it makes your deck virtually 39 cards in some ways because you just draw a card, gain some charges and some health. So for a deck like this one, this might be good. Get those extra charges to get an army of little dudes out, but maybe not. I'm kind of leaving everything open this way by picking this. I could have taken the Squirrel Titan to force people out of Wild a little bit more, I suppose. I could have done that, but I don't think most people aren't even going to play that Squirrel Titan. Is this, that's weird that they put the uncommon and then the, oh, I see what happened. Never mind. Never mind. Everything's good. So this is also not a great one. Oh, I guess there's another Blight Bestowed. We can take a second one of these. Sure, I guess. That way we can double combo. Sure, I guess we take Blight Bestowed, right? Primal Prism wouldn't be bad here. Dusk Steed is okay. But yeah, we'll go with the Blight Bestowed. Get 2 of those, sure. I don't think you could run more than 2 in the deck, though. I'm not even sure if I'm going to run more than 2. There's another Blight Bestowed. I don't think we can run that. If we rare draft, we're going for this, but we give up our Blightseed Cultivator, which is really a bad signal to give to people. I kind of want that Cultivator, Put up to 3 1 action artifact constant resource troops from your crypt in your hand, and then void it. This might actually table. I think this is going to table. I really need these. I haven't had too many decks where I've gone this way, where I've had like 3 of these. So, sorry to break the rare drafting trend there, but I kind of really wanted that guy. Oh, and there's another one. I really want this guy too. I basically want every single one that comes past me. Consuming Ire is also really good here, but you could main deck it because it does hit a lot of cards, and Diamond's really popular. But I feel like yeah, it's more of a reserves card, so I'll just let it pass. Take a 4th Cultivator. Bug out's kind of a big deal for our deck type, so that's good to pick up here. We're putting together the combos here. Combo. So now we can basically throw all that stuff on this guy, hope he doesn't die, and then start hitting him with these Blightsealed Cultivators and having lots of stuff on the table. Hopefully we don't play against a Ruby deck with lots of Ruby removal. This guy is your only reasonable ramp card, and he only ramps you 1 time for 1 turn. You can get a resource, and you have to wait a full round to get to it. But it does, if you're stuck at 3, it does get you to our Blightseed Cultivator, which could be a big deal. We already have 2 of these, so we definitely want more bodies, so we'll take the bug out. Basically, we'll gem this thing for, not that thing. Well, maybe we will gem. Maybe we'll gem and play that. Another bug out, sure. Sure, I guess. And just keep putting together the combos. I don't know that I want to play 3 of these. Maybe it'll be okay, because it does give you bodies. Like when things die, things are going to die. So maybe it's okay. Yeah, that Squirrel Titan tabled. I guess all the other stuff that I wanted didn't table though, which is unfortunate because I think that would have been the pack before this one. All of it got taken because everyone knows it's good. I guess I'll take the Squirrel Titan and just keep forcing people out of wild. Then I'm not even going to play it. Just trying to signal by taking that. It doesn't really matter if the because whenever with everything being asynchronous, you know, people could just draft this and then just play later, you know. So I may or may not be playing against people that are actually in this pool. That's the biggest thing, drawback to trying to do draft tactics now. A Primal Prism's kind of more important than a Dusk Steed, I think. The Dusk Steed is nice, but it's pretty easy to pick those up. Most of the time you only want 1 in your deck anyways. That's pretty bad. Destroy an artifact. It doesn't even hurt me. I'll take the Ambling Bluff, I guess. Sure. Pile Drive is not that great for me, but it is a quick action removal for 1. +2/+2 for 1. I mean, I don't have that many Gladiators cards in my deck, so I don't think there's going to be that many times that that's going to be more than +2/+2. Immortal Tear is pretty solid because it's going to deck thin. This sacrifice this troop you can, yeah, but everyone sees it coming, so that's not that great. I think you had to have resources open for that too. So that's pretty bad. Let's just put the trick in front of, yeah, this thing. Yeah, 2. That's pretty expensive for that. I guess it might work in a gladiator deck. Hide and seek's probably the pickup here just because it's removal. Really expensive removal. It gets used once in a while. Tribute control gets +1/+1. I guess that works with our deck. I mean, may or may not play this Magus. I guess it lets me buff. I guess the combo is I can play the Magus, then play Bug Out, and then eventually play this thing and get a 4/4. I guess that's pretty good, right? So there's the Fiddlers, probably the pickup here. Summon Daybreak and Nightfall. That's our rare draft. I have rare drafted quite a few things already, though, in here. The Fiddler's kind of a big deal for my deck. He's Deathcry and other stuff. That's kind of a real big deal here. We've already got our Ghastly... Well, we've got a thing that does what Ghastly Exchange does. I would like to take this. It's not going to make it back around just because it goes in one of the deck archetypes. But yeah, I feel like I really need this Fiddler right now. Maybe the Squirrel Titan will come back. It probably won't. Oh yeah, this Wild Speaker. Actually, I like this guy better than, because it deck thins you, than this Verdant Mixologist. I actually like that guy. But I really think we need this. We need that Fiddler pretty badly. I always say that I don't want to win. I guess everybody wants to win, even if they say that they don't, right? Sparkle Cap's kind of a big deal here. This one got rare drafted. There's a Spell Song Sweeties. Those ones really good for the Sapphire deck, for the Sapphire Transform deck, which is not what we're playing. Yeah, Sparkle Cap, I guess. Pretty much that's our pick. Another Fiddler or Runic Decay. I feel like I need more Deathcry things. I like Runic Decay a lot. We do kind of need Runic Decay. We do need removal. Tough decisions. I don't have a lot of removal. I probably need this Runic Decay. So I guess I'll go Runic Decay here. I don't have a lot of removal in here, considering, so Runic Decay is kind of a big deal to fix situations that could come up. Ooh, and Battle of Destiny also is a big deal here. Pummel. Yeah, one's more for the Gladiator deck. I'll go with Battle of Destiny. I hear the children throwing a fit in the other room. You really just can't even go like 30 minutes without someone throwing a giant fit and losing their marbles. There's another Fiddler, so it was a good choice. We got another one anyways. Can't have too much Fiddler, apparently. Transforming our cards is kind of bad in this deck. I mean, we can pick up things that do it if they're powerful, like Go Nuts is pretty powerful, and usually we can work around stuff, but the problem is we're throwing things like this on our troops, and that can, yeah, it becomes an issue. When we transform it, it reverts it. Most of the stuff in this set, after the transform is over, it reverts the card, which would get rid of this Bug Out thing. Like this Poppy Pixie, for instance, which may be our pick here. Yeah, Runic Growth is really bad. Not because it's bad per se, it's just that it's just acceleration, and it doesn't deck thin us. If it deck thinned us twice, then it would be a lot better. I think that people would play it, but that's not what happens. This is really not what we're looking for. So yeah, we're going Poppy Pixie here. This table? Yeah, that table. So we're probably going to pick this up. When you fate weave, target troop you get +2/+2. I don't see myself fate weaving that often. Oh, but there's a Battle of Destiny here. Yeah, I think we have to pick that up. Battle of Destiny is more removal. We may not even play a lot of these rare cards that we picked up. Deathcry summon 2 Blight Blossoms. That's kind of a big deal for our deck. Problem with this headset is I can't just turn off the microphone like I could with the other one. Although I can get up and walk around with it because it's wireless, which is nice. So Squirrel Titan tabled, which is kind of interesting, but I think we still pick up the Wild Speaker here because we have plenty of things in that 6-drop-ish range that are maybe better, and we don't really want to transform things like I was saying. Maybe Call to the Grave is better here, so we can pull back things and do things again. Yeah, that might be better. We already have one of these. I don't think we need more than one. Close the door, Elliot.
Why didn't you tell me? Mommy's not putting the timer on whenever she's cooking her food. And right now, that's what she's doing to the Sloppy Joes.
Okay, well, she's gonna watch. She's gonna watch it just as long as she's close by. It's fine, Elliot.
Are you sure?
Is she close by?
Yes.
All right. Well, Dad will go look at it after I'm done. I'm just getting the draft put together for this pool here.
Are you making a deck right now?
I will be once I pick all my cards for it. That Fiddler tabled. Holy cow. That's weird because I know that there were people in Wild. That's really interesting that the Fiddler tabled. Supposedly this is, or at least it was a couple of weeks ago. One of my viewers told me this was like one of the #1 drafted cards. This Fiddler. So that's really crazy to see it table like that. Makes me kind of question that viewer, but I don't know. Maybe it's a #1 played card. I don't know. If you have them, you play them. I don't know that we even need any of these really. I could add another Blight Bestowed if I feel like I needed to draw that many cards, but I don't know that I do. The Pummel may be better here for some sort of weird situation. Power Drive is better than Pummel though, because it's quick action speed. I don't see myself using this. Oh wait, Pummel is also quick action speed. Okay, so they're both good. This one's just more expensive. I probably won't be playing that many tricks in here because I do have some pretty solid straight removal. I mean, there's a prerequisite for Battle of Destiny, but chances are I'll have a troop in play. I'll take this Harvester, just in case I feel like I need that. This guy's supposed to be in my... There, he's supposed to be over there. Arendelle Blademaster. Yeah, the Arendelle Blademaster, you know, was one of the guards at Arendelle Castle right before, you know, the sister left and became a Frost Queen. You know, that's his backstory. Yep, it's true. Okay, well, I feel pretty good about our pool. I did have to stop rare drafting in there, so sorry if you were looking for me to do some serious hardcore rare drafting. But sometimes I guess I just want to win. So I like to put everything back and kind of start from scratch. Here we're obviously playing the archetype, the zombie plant archetype. Target troop you control gets Deathcry summoned two Blight Blossoms. So we'll do that. Let's select our shards here so we don't have to look at anything else that's not correct for us to build into. We definitely want to get the removal and then the combo pieces first. So the Blightsteel guy. Definitely play 2 of these. I might play a 3rd one. Actually, I do like this guy. I like the idea of playing this and then playing the bug out on him and then him making this a 4/4. I really like that idea. I do like that idea a lot. Basically, every single guy we've got here is going to get sharded with Summon a Blight Blossom. So we can get more Blight Blossoms running. Now this, on the other hand, is a major, so we can actually pull things from our crypt. I can sacrifice a troop and it gets +3/+3, or it has Deathcry Summon Abomination, plus equal to this troop's power, and that might be the play here, just because then we can combo that again. Let's see what we've got down here. Create random troops, play a resource that gets bigger. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what we want, just to keep that combo going. Removal. We need one of the. We'll play both of those, I think. Removal. The Taint we may or may not play. The Pocket Army we probably actually won't play because I feel we have better things. The Walking Boneyard kind of works for us. I think we do play a 3rd bug out here. We'll see. All the Fiddlers. Sparkle Caps. Same thing. We may not play all of these. We'll see. Battle of Destiny. One of these right now. We definitely want this Blight Bush. That's a big deal. I don't think I even want to play Poppy Pixie in here. We're at 23 cards. This might be the deck right in front of us. The thing with Battle of Destiny is we kind of need to be bigger than the toughness of the opposing troop, and a lot of our stuff is going to be kind of small. I guess we have 3, so it's basically that this card, Battle of Destiny, might as well just say deal 3 damage to target troop, because most of the stuff's not going to be massive in our deck, per se. Call to the Grave, maybe if there's just a lot of removal in our opponent's deck. I think I do play this Blight Knight. The only issue with this is opposing troop. The only issue with this is it's highly targetable. But I guess that's one less target for my other stuff. I just feel like I may not want to put my champion ability on him. That's the only thing when I'm looking at that character or that card. Do I want another Battle of Destiny? I mean, I basically have the pretty good curve out here now. Yeah, we're trying to make it to 4. We don't have a lot of 3 drops. We don't have a single 3 drop, quite honestly. You need to make it to 4 in this deck. The Fiddlers help out a lot. I may not need as many Sparkle Caps, maybe like 1 less Sparkle Cap and play an extra Battle of Destiny. Now your opponent could respond to this. There's that. I kind of wonder if I should play Immortal Tears in here or not. but I've got all these fiddlers, so I should be fine. I just have a ton of 4-drops. I think I have to play all the cultivators, maybe just one walking boneyard. Maybe that's the thing. Yeah, maybe just one of those. Yeah, but if I need to go over the top, I'll play the second one. I think that's what we choose to do. So I think this is the deck. This looks pretty solidly focused for this deck. I've had a lot of times where I've drafted this deck and not gotten what I needed, but I think between the cultivators, the fiddlers, and some of the other stuff in here to bring things back from the dead, I should be able to rock it out pretty good. It's interesting that this deck has no 3-drops in it, but I feel like the curve is fine for 17 shards. I mean, we could even push it. We could put the sparkle cap back in and go 16 if we wanted to, but I think we're good like this. Really heavy and wild, which is fine because our champion ability uses wild, so that's good. So we will do the 10-7 split, I think. Oh, we also have a primal prism, so we'll do that for one of our wild shards. Yeah. And we'll pick a pretty cool sleeve for it. And I'm gonna go check on see what my wife is doing, and then I'm gonna see if I can queue into some games here. Let's see. Looking for something that's really gonna maybe like that. Yeah, there you go. Maybe like that one. Or that. Or maybe that. Got a llama. Maybe Happy Cloud. There we go. Cute Bunny. That's one of my favorites, I think. I really just enjoy playing with that sleeve. Sexy Bunny sleeve. Someone needs to cosplay that. There we go. Or we could go with the tree. Yeah, maybe the tree sleeve. Yeah. We'll save it. Alright, I will be right back. And while I'm doing that, I will